make sure you do your research about the school to check the acceptance rates of that school. Some school is easy for you to get as an international, but maybe for the Chinese it might not be that easy for them. So many courses that I feel like I would have been getting like 90, 80, I'm getting like 60, 70. I'm telling you, if you tell me to come back and do Chinese, I will say no.
I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my head. I'm sick of wishing I could just forgive and forget. I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my mind, my mind, my mind.
Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel. If this is the first time that you're joining, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be answering questions that you guys sent. Okay, so yes, this is like the part 3 of the question and answers that you guys sent to me concerning the CSC scholarship. I hope I'm answering all your questions. If you have more questions, you can also leave it down below. I'll answer them. Okay, so let's start with number 1. I did my HSK 5 tests last year in December, and I'm currently trying to apply for a scholarship to study in China. I'm pursuing a graduate degree, and I wonder if my HSK score is still valid for application. Many institutions will require a certificate that is done within the last 2 years, so mine would be still okay, right? But I wanted to ask you just to make sure. Thank you so much for the useful video. You're welcome. You're welcome, Lun Lun Yan. That's the name. She said she did her HSK exam last year, and she wants to know if the certificate is still valid for, you know, her graduate or something. But I think yes, it's still valid. You don't need to write again. Okay, so if you did last year, you can actually use your certificate this year and apply, or just continue your studies. Okay, you don't need to write again if you're really written HSK 5. HSK 5, you must be so smart. Hey, and it's not easy. You have to be like really good in Chinese. So if you were able to pass HSK 5, ooh. Next question. Mary is asking, please can you help me apply? Yes, Mary, I can help you apply. If you want me or my team to apply for your scholarship, all you have to do is actually send us a DM. Okay, send us a message and we'll apply for you. This is something I do for a lot of students. Message me like on Instagram at official_orma, or you can send an email, ormahblog@gmail.com, and then I'll help you to do your application. But you have to send us your documents. We will need your documents to do this application, and you have to do fast because very soon we will stop collecting people. Okay, we will stop collecting people because we are also students, so we are also busy and we're also working. It's just that right now, because right now we are not doing so much because a lot of people are almost on break, so it's easy for us to say, okay, we can actually help assist a lot of you guys to do your application. So send us a message and then my team will help you to do your application. Okay, someone is asking, hello, can I still apply for a type A scholarship even though there is no China embassy in my country? Yes, you can apply, but maybe you have to apply from a neighboring country or something. But I cannot understand why people are saying they don't have like an embassy in their country. Are there countries that they don't have China embassy? Like, I'm thinking that every country should have like an embassy, but that's not actually a problem. If you feel like you don't have an embassy in your country, then just try to apply for type B. Okay, apply for the type B. If you get it, go to a neighboring country and use the embassy there. It's not like it's your fault. It's not your fault. Ask around. I'm sure there are a lot of people who have done this scholarship, a lot of people who have gotten this scholarship. Just ask them, how were they able to process everything concerning the embassy and everything. Just ask around. You can also Google. You can Google, check. Your country will there's no how, to be honest. I don't think your country will not have China. Everybody comes here because of business, so I'm sure that your country will have. And if they don't have, it's not a problem. Just Google and know the process that your country uses to come to China. Okay, that's not a problem. Or you can even apply directly from the embassy here. I think there are people who do it. They'll apply from the embassy here in China. Maybe they'll do it online or something. So just check, okay? So someone is asking, I heard that type B only allows one application now. Is that true? I also heard of that too. To be honest, as much as I'm talking about the CSC scholarship, I haven't even checked the website, but I'm planning to actually open the website for you guys and show you guys how to do the application. It's my team of group of people that are doing this application. Okay, me personally, I'm very, very busy, but I just try to create time to come and talk to you guys. So if now you feel like you want to apply, I'm hearing that you can only choose one school. I'm hearing that you can only choose one school. I don't know how true that is, but that's not fair, because I think it was so cool that you can choose 3 schools. But maybe the plan is that if you have submitted your document and everything and you chose one school, even though that school does not accept you, maybe they will find another school for you. Because even when you were choosing those 3 schools that you were choosing, like when during our time that we'll choose 3 schools while we're applying for the type B scholarship, what they do is that even though those 3 schools, they don't give you the scholarship, the CSC will still try to check other schools and make sure that they find a school that wants to accept you. It is when they have checked schools that would want to accept you for the type B and they have not gotten any school, that's when they will now say, okay, you've not gotten the scholarship. So even if you are picking one school, you can pick one school, but make sure you do your research about the school to check the acceptance rates of that school. You know, different schools have their acceptance rates. Some school is easy for you to get as an international, but maybe for the Chinese it might not be that easy for them, but for you it might be easy for you as an international. While there are some schools as an international it's hard to get, but for the Chinese it's easy to get. So just do your research, check the acceptance rate of the school, check their courses. You don't have to do like the course you did for your masters or the course you did for your undergraduate. You have to do it. Some people come to China as a means to go to another country. A lot of people coming to China, they have tried other countries, they did not get. Some people have tried Canada, UK, they have tried USA, they have tried a lot of countries they did not get. So they try to use the means of coming to do scholarship here in China because it's actually like cheaper. You know, when you come to China, you are getting paid, they pay you and everything. So some people actually come to China to study, not really because they want to study, but just because they want to use it as a stepping stone to go to another country. So you can do the same thing, but if you're coming for study, make sure you check the university, okay? And there are still some universities that actually offer CSC scholarship, but you don't have to apply from the website. I know some schools that you can actually apply for CSC scholarship. All you have to do is go to their school website and apply for the CSC scholarship on their website. You don't need to go to the general CSC website to apply. So do your research, okay? Maybe I'll check for those kind of schools and then I might even do a video talking about it to you guys, telling you about some schools that you actually don't need to go to the general CSC website to apply. You can just apply directly from the school. So next question. Someone is asking, I apply for the CSC, but I want to know, is it possible to apply for other scholarships at the same time? For example, I applied for CSC in Sinju, but I'm not sure I can get the CSC. I want to try for Belt and Road also, to mention that in the university. If I'm getting your question, you're asking if it's possible for you to apply to 2 or more other scholarships apart from the CSC scholarship. Yes, it's possible. Okay, they have the MOVCOM. They have a lot of scholarship. I think I've done a video talking about the top 10 scholarships that you can actually get in China. I've talked about it, and CSC was one of them. It's just that CSC scholarship is that scholarship that is very, very popular. A lot of people that you see here in the universities, they got they got it through the CSC route. So that's why I talk about the CSC. CSC seems to be like the easiest one, okay? But it is not compulsory for you to come to China with the CSC scholarship or for you to study with the CSC scholarship. There are a lot of scholarships. They have the Chancellor Scholarship, they have the Presidential Scholarship, MOFCOM Scholarship, they have a lot of them. So you just apply to all of them. They have the ANSO, yeah, I think it's ANSO. They have a lot of these scholarships. Apply to all of them. You don't even need to write exams. Some of these scholarships you don't need to write exam. All you need to do is fill in the application, upload your documents, and yeah, there's the criminal record thing that you also have to, you have to fill. That's it. So you can apply to 2 or more universities or 2 or more scholarships. The only thing is that when you're applying for the CSC scholarship, which you have type A, type B, and type C. Okay, for the type A scholarship is the one that is given to you from your embassy in your country or from the Ministry of Education in your country. And type B is one that is given to you by the university. Okay, and then there's the type C that is given maybe from your lecturer or something. But then for the type B and A and C, I don't think you can apply to the 2 at the same time. I think you have to choose one. Either you want to apply for the type A or the type B or the type C. I don't think you can apply to like all of them at the same time. That's the only thing that I know that you cannot do. So you have to like choose one and apply for that one. Okay, that's what you can do. I choose one and apply. Some people actually apply for 2. I know one of my friends who applied for type A and type B. She used different email address and it worked for her. She did not get the type B, but she got the type A. It worked for her. So maybe now for you, it might work for you, but it might not work for you. So just choose one. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. And the next question. Hello, I'm a CSC winner. Congratulations, Abdulie Jobe. Congratulations, Jobe. And she's asking, I wanted to know whether I can change my program after arriving in China. This is a very, very, very good question. And it's funny, nobody have ever asked this question. This is the first person asking this question. Talking about the CSC scholarship, this is the first person that's asking this question. So when I came to China, I wanted to do IT. They gave me 2 courses to choose from. IT, which is going to be in English, and control engineering, which is going to be in Chinese, right? So as of when I was at home, I felt like I would do IT. I chose IT, but after I spoke to my mom, my mommy convinced me to choose the Chinese thoughts, because she felt like if I was coming to China to do a course that is taught in Chinese, to help me to be able to communicate with the people, it will help me to know the culture, it will help me to actually know how to stay in China. So I changed my mind and I changed my course back at home. So I remember messaging them, telling them that, I don't want to do IT anymore, I want to do control engineering, because they actually gave me 2 courses to choose one from. So I now messaged them and I told them that, I want to do control engineering. So they gave me control engineering. When I came here, and mind you, if I was doing IT, maybe like 2 years, but for the control engineering, I'll have to do like 4 years. No, sorry. For the IT, it's 3 years. It's 3 years. Masters in China is 3 years. And then for the control engineering, I'll have to stay 4 years and do 1 year Chinese, then the remaining 3 years. So I chose the control engineering because I want to come to China and I want to stay long. It's not just about the study. I just wanted to have the experience coming here. So I felt like I'm going to choose the control engineering, So when I came here and I was studying, it was so difficult. Like, studying Chinese, it was so hard for me. God, I didn't know that it was going to be this difficult for me, because my sister did language, but the only difference between I and my sister is that my sister, she did not do her major in the language. She just learns the language so that she can be able to communicate with the people. But my own, I was going to like learn my course in Chinese. Like the teacher is going to be teaching you in Chinese, you're going to be sitting with Chinese students. So it's actually a lot more difficult, than just doing English course. So while I was studying, after like 2 months, I think around October or something, I said, no, I can't do this. And I was complaining a lot. And my countrymates, they started telling me of one guy that came. He came really late and he went to tell them he wanted to change his major, and they changed his major. So me, I felt like, okay, let me do the same. Let me actually go to them and complain and tell them that I wanted to change my major, that I cannot do this. This is so difficult for me. I was struggling. I was really, really struggling. I was failing because it was so difficult for me. Chinese is very hard. And I went to the office. I knocked on the door. I was smiling. I said hello, because the man is really nice. Like when I was communicating to him from home, he was really nice. So when I went to his office, I spoke to him because I could not even speak Chinese. Most of the people, the teachers here, they don't know how to speak English. So you need to know how to speak Chinese. So I remember just talking to the guy and telling him that I want to change my major, and the man said no. Like he did not even wait for me to finish. He just said no. It's almost as if there were a lot of people who also wanted to do the same thing that I wanted to do. I think a lot of people also wanted to change their major. The moment they came to China and they started studying the Chinese language, they realized that no, I can't do this. And then they wanted to change their program. So I'll just advise you that if you want to change your program, make sure you communicate to them before you come to China. Like send them an email and try to communicate to them that you want to change your program, because to them, they feel like the moment you started, they've already sent all your information to CSC. So they don't want to start changing your things, changing. No, come and do the major that you say you want to do. So make sure you actually communicate to them before you come to China. But is it possible to get a positive feedback from them? It's possible. It's possible. Your case might not be like mine. I was so heartbroken when they told me no, that they were not going to change my major. I was so sad because I was struggling. I wanted to do the IT that you said I should do. Why are you now telling me that I have to do control engineering? Why? And he said no. I was sad. But later I was happy. I was happy that he said no to me, because learning Chinese have really, really helped me. I'm still like not perfect, right? I'm still learning. Like even up to today, I'm still like doing a lot of courses. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm studying. I'm doing so many things to try to improve my Chinese. It's not easy, but I'm happy that I learned the Chinese, because somehow I was able to make Chinese friends. I was able to communicate to people here in Chinese. If you cannot speak Chinese and you come to China, it's really going to be very difficult for you. You won't know how to communicate with the people around, because China is a Chinese speaking country, but they like English, and they really like making friends with people that can speak English, because they want to know how to speak English. Okay, so I won't entirely say that it is a bad thing. Like, I'm telling you, if you tell me to come back and do Chinese, I would say no. So many courses that I feel like I would have been getting like 90, 80, I'm getting like 60, 70. It's so painful, because I know that if it was like back in my country, or if this course was taught in English, I know that I would do so well, because they're all calculation. Comparing the course that I'm doing now with electrical electronics, I feel like I love the course I'm doing now compared to electrical electronics, because yes, this course I'm doing is harder. The course I'm doing now is harder than electrical electronics, but it's calculation, and that's something I like. I love calculation. But just because I can't understand what the teacher is saying, I have to go on my own to teach myself. There are so many subjects and courses that you cannot find online. You'll be there thinking, oh, I can find on YouTube. I'm telling you, go on YouTube, you will not see it. You will not see it. I don't know how these Chinese people bring their own courses, but to be honest, when I'm doing my research, I don't used to find the courses. Some of the courses, I don't easily find it online. And yeah, so that was something that was so difficult for me, like having to teach myself, having to cover all my PPT, having to read, because you have to read times two of what the Chinese people are reading. Like, you, apart from the fact that you have to read to understand what the teacher is saying, you have to also read the Chinese part, so that when you go to the exam hall and you see the questions in Chinese, you'll be able to answer. Okay, so I'm just trying to tell you some of the things that you should be expecting when you're coming to study in Chinese. It's actually hard, but it has a lot of advantage. I'm not even going to lie. You know, those kind of things that are hard have a lot of advantages, to be honest. So I'm going to answer the final question. Mahi is asking, do you think we can get it without an agent? I heard before that if you don't have an agent, the embassy will not give it to you. Okay, wait, let me repeat the question. Sorry. Do you think we can get it without any agent? I heard that if you don't have an agent, the embassy will not give it to you. That's not true. That's not true. Like, why would they give it to you? You don't need an agent. Though there are some agents here in China that I saw that it looks like they have connection. I don't know how they do it, that they're able to help some students to get the scholarship. Maybe they're in communication with some of the schools. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe some of the agents are in communication with some of the schools. But you do not need an agent applying for the CSC scholarship. To be honest, you don't. You can apply yourself and you can get it. That's for a fact. Don't forget, if you want my team to help you, to assist you in applying for the scholarship, all you have to do is send us a message, ormahblog@gmail.com, or you just message me on Instagram at official_ormah, and I'll assist you to do your application, send your documents, and we'll help you to do your application. Though you can actually do your application yourself. I hope I was able to answer all your questions. If you have any question, please leave it down below. Okay, so that I can probably answer them in the next video that I'll do. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.